Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time for the second update of the Rolling 10 Project Pan for 2024. Let's get into the update and see how we are doing. I'm gonna go first with this NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu. The goal was to finish this and I finished it. Super exciting because I finished a NYX lip product last month as well. So I'm thrilled to get another one out this soon, like since my last update. The truth is though, I have been working on this for quite a bit. It was never in a project officially till was it last month I brought it in, or no, I brought it in the beginning of the year. So yeah, but I was working on this for months before, just on my own on the side type of thing. And yeah, it's done. I cannot get anything to get on my brush. It does look like there's a little bit on the bottom here, but trust me, I tried to scrape it out and then I was like, yeah, nothing's coming up. So I'm super excited. This was a nice gloss. I do think it washed me out a little bit on its own. So I found myself mixing this with different colors like most of the time when I would use it, but once in a while I could kind of swing it by itself. But it was a decent product. I really like the butter gloss formulas. I've always liked them. I have 3 more NYX butter glosses left in my collection in different shades, but yeah, I do want to see the number come down because even though I do like the formula, they've been kind of in my collection for a really long time, so it's time to start moving some out, and I'm super glad that I got one of them out. Sticking with lip products, I have this rehomed Makeup Academy lipstick. This was in the shade 205. They don't make Makeup Academy anymore. My goal is to finish this, and I did not finish this. But I did manage to use this, let me see here, 8 times since the update, the last update. Yeah, so I don't know if it looks that much different than last time. I'll show you pictures, but I'm not necessarily trying to expand the pan and just focus on the center. I kind of go all around the product. So, but I know I used it 8 times. Been enjoying it the past 8 times I used it. But like most of my other lip products, I do tend to mix this with other things if it looks too washed out or if I feel like I need to balance it. But yeah, we got a while to go with this one. So this one's definitely not finishing anytime soon. So that's fine because I have enough products that are, you know, kind of coming in and out of this project. So I don't mind having a couple of like longer term things in here. Another lip product, I have the Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lipstick in the shade Pommy Girl. And this I wanted to get 10 uses out of. I got to 9 uses. I have 1 more left to go. I am wearing it today more fully than I have any time I've used it this month. Usually I dab a very small amount of this in with a different product because it can be a little bit bold for how I like to wear my makeup to work or on a daily basis, but it is very pretty. I should start wearing it the way it's intended to be worn, like by itself, you know, like, but yeah, I only have 1 more use left on it. So while I didn't like exactly hit my goal, I know I'm going to use it again. So I will be rolling in another product once this hits 10. Okay, then we have the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Java. I can't roll it up because it'll probably fall out because it's broken, but I wanted to finish this up. There wasn't a ton left. I will show you the sticky note of the progress. So I did rewrite this on another sticky note because it was starting to look a little weird on the last paper, but yeah, I'm right here now, that last line. So I don't have a ton left to go. I do think I have a few more months with it, maybe like 3-4 months, but I do see this finishing up in a reasonable amount of time, and I really have been enjoying using this. I put this on hold for a while to kind of get a lot of usage out of my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. That was like the main brow product I was using for months and months and months, and this just needed more love, and there wasn't a ton left, and I didn't want it sitting around, so I was really happy I put it in this project because it deserves to get used. It's a great product. It does go on a little bit more defining because it's so skinny. It's one of those things, once you get the hang of using a really skinny defining pencil, like it's a breeze. So that's still in, and I have a couple more months left with that one. Skipping over to the Naked 3 palette. The goal was to use this 15 times. I used it, I think it was 11 times last update, so I only had like 4 more times to use it, and I hit 15. And yeah, it's rolling out, and I actually used it 5 more times past that, so that's even better. Yeah, nothing too exciting to say about this palette. It's just one of those like everyday easy palettes, and I enjoy having it out because it's simple, you know what I mean? So yeah, the only thing I don't love about this is some of these shadows, like this dust one right here. It's kind of like a little fallouty, a little dusty, you know, and I feel like sometimes it gets in my eye, and I wear contacts. So I don't love how that feels. Sometimes it's not the worst, but like, yeah, I don't know if it's like all in my head, but I feel like it's a little gritty and it gets into my eyes. That might be the only one that's like that actually, but that's the one thing I kind of notice about this, and it makes me feel like all of them are like that, but that's not true. But it's just something I noticed. Not the end of the world, and if I don't pile it on, it's usually fine. But yeah, I will keep this out on my dresser probably till April to get even more use out of it. I just wanted to make sure I used it at least 15 times, which was not hard. So there you go. I rolled in the Stila Kitten eyeshadow. My goal was to hit pan on this. I did not hit pan on it, but I did use it 10 times, I think, since the last update. But yeah, we still have a ways to go. I forgot to take a picture of it when I rolled it in. That would have been nice to see the comparison, but I do see a bigger dip in there compared to where it was. And yeah, I'm going to keep plugging away. There's definitely more of a dip in there now than there was before. It is a lot more neutral than I anticipate. So I'm wearing it on my lids today, and I always think this is going to be like a very reflective, almost like yellow-based shadow, that I was ready to wear this like in an inner corner type of thing, or maybe even like a little bit under the brow bone, and very, very light hand on my lids. But you can, yeah, put it on. It looks pretty natural. It doesn't wash me out. So I'm really happy about that. I always knew I really like this shadow. I just, in my head, have perceptions about shadows and I forget what they look like. It is a little bit dusty. So when I put my brush in there, a lot of it kind of flies everywhere, but it's still a really nice shadow and it goes on really well. Yeah, so that's in still. Next, we have the Avon Navy eyeliner. My goal was to hit 15 uses with this, and I did that. I had to use it only 5 more times, so that wasn't too difficult. So yeah, and in fact, I used it a little bit more than that. I used it twice this week, so that's cool. And I'm just happy overall with the progress I made on this eyeliner since. So sorry for kind of jumping in here randomly at this angle. It cut off before I finished my thought on this, but I just wanted to say that I've really enjoyed using this, and I wasn't using this as much as I was the other eyeliners in my collection for whatever reason. A lot of my eyeliners are like down to like these stubby little sticks, and this one has way more than those. So any usage on this is great, and I've been using it a lot more consistently over the past couple months. That makes me very happy, and I'm going to keep it out and, you know, randomly grab for it here and there and get even more usage on it, even though I am rolling it out of the project right now. So let's continue with the video. I just wanted to make sure I got that thought in because my iPhone was being weird and for some reason wasn't recording anything. So there you go. I had the the Sonia Kashia contour stick, which I depotted into this Shiseido compact, and this is how much we have left. I used this 18 times since the last update, and I want to finish this up completely. It's about time for that to happen. So I think this might finish between now and the next update, or definitely by the next update. I hope so, at least. It doesn't look like there's a lot left in here, and I'll show you the comparison photos. Yeah, you can definitely see it shrinking, and it doesn't take a lot of this product to use each time. It's just very pigmented, but I'm more than happy to use it because it is the only like cream bronzer I have left in my collection or ever had. So I don't really feel like it competes with other products too much. It's just a matter of if I want to use a cream versus a powder type of a thing. But I've really been enjoying using this whole time, even though it's been in the projects since like 2020 or 2021, and I've had it for even longer than it was in the project, so yikes. I'm really happy with the progress it's made, and I am super excited to hopefully finish this by next month. I can't imagine it going longer than that. There's no way, right? I hope not, but it is good. So there's that, and it better be good if I'm gonna stick with it for that long. I wouldn't have used it this long if I hated it. So all right, this next part I'm filming much later after I did the original filming because it did not record. So annoying. So I'm sorry I have to do this again. But yeah, the Bobbi Brown Pale Pink Blush. I had a goal of using this 15 times, and I believe I only used this 10 times. But yeah, I have 5 more uses left to use this, and you know, not a whole lot to say about it. Just, it's really pretty. It's not super, super pigmented, but it definitely shows up. I'm not like obsessed with this blush at all. Like, I think it's pretty, but I don't know. My matte blushes overall in my collection, I'm kind of just like, Like I'm trying to weigh them all out against each other and see if I need all of them. There's like 2 other matte blushes that I'm trying to weigh out against this, like my CoverGirl ones. So I don't know. Still playing with it. I will have a stronger opinion of this, hopefully within the next 5 uses till I hit my goal. So that is still in the project. And then the other product I was talking about that I thought it recorded, but it did not, was Happy Vibes by Bath and Body Works. This is a very citrusy, sweet type of fragrance, very citrusy. And it does go on really, really strong, but it does fade since it's like a body spray, so it's not gonna like be that long lasting. Anyway, I do want to finish this thing. I have this much left. This is where it was when I pulled it in, and yeah, that's how much I used up. So not a whole lot. Like I feel like I could be a lot more liberal with it than what I was doing, but I don't want to push it. So yeah, I do like this a lot. It's the only perfume that I've really been using, perfume, spray, whatever, fragrance that I've been using this whole time since I pulled it in. So I have no doubt that this will be finished this year. Like it seems kind of ridiculous to even say that because that's all I have left. But if you know me and body sprays, historically, I do not finish body sprays, or it takes me ages, or I end up decluttering them because I don't know what it is. I just like don't really think to reapply them. A lot of them are very seasonal. Like this, I don't really use, after summer's over too much because I just move on to other things. But now that I'm really just focusing on this, I think it'll be done. So really looking forward to that because I am trying to move out all of my fragrances and try to get them out. I only have like a couple of them left. I got rid of so many over the years, and I'm just like looking forward to either decluttering, finishing up, and starting over, whatever that looks like with me and fragrances these days. So yep, not quite done yet, but we're headed there. So yeah, back to my original filming. So now let's talk about things we are rolling into the project. I am rolling in 4 things. So the first thing is this Marc Jacobs mini. This is in the shade Tantastic. I received this like as a free birthday gift from Sephora one year. I forget what year, 2021 maybe. And I want to see pan in this because it is a mini and I already have a big dip in there. I've been using this pretty consistently since December. I was kind of hoping the whole time, or wondering, could I hit pan on this while it's in my Shop My Stash, because I've been using it pretty consistently, and I was gonna kick it out of my Shop My Stash once April came along. But now I just want to see pan on it for real. But there's like this funky shadow going on. Like what? Let me change the angle of this. Okay, a little bit better. It's not something that I want to try to wear over the summer because it's just too light for that. I get like a lot more tan in the summer, and this just won't cut it as a bronzer. That dip's been in there for a while, so we'll see what happens. So that is the first product I'm rolling in. So I want to pull in this Ancient Man Catcher eyeshadow by MAC. I've been on a roller coaster with this eyeshadow because I used to really love it at one point. And then I just kind of don't want to reach for it because it's a little too purpley for me these days. I don't know, but sometimes I could have sworn it looked really beautiful, and other times I felt like it looked kind of meh. This is sort of like a chopping block type item. So I'm going to put 5 uses on this. I know that's not a lot, but I don't want to pressure myself if I don't love it. And maybe I will potentially declutter this if I just am struggling to use it even 5 times. Maybe I won't even figure it out. Maybe it'll just go right back into my collection. I don't really know, but I think it does deserve some usage. This is the perfect time to use it. It is spring in like 2 days. Today's St. Patrick's Day, so yeah, 2 more days till spring. It'll be nice to come to some decision with this. Doesn't necessarily go on very like bold, but you can definitely tell it's not like a neutral type of color either. So we'll see. Next, I'm pulling in this Essence, I think it's called Extreme Shine Lip Gloss, and this I believe is in the shade Gold Dust. It sucks because like all of the writing is like wiping off. Now this isn't even that old. I think I got this last year. So it is kind of newer in my collection, and I just don't want it to happen where I don't get to enjoy the new things while they are still new. So my goal with this is to use it the equal amount that it's already used. So I used it this much, I want to use it the same exact amount at some point. And gloss usually tends to go pretty quickly for me, so I don't see myself not able to do that in a timely manner. I think that'll be fine. So yeah, maybe to about here. It's just that simple. I just don't want to neglect my new products, and I want to use them while they are still new. So there you go. And lastly, I want to pull in this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream sample. It's just not something I ever think to reach for. I'm in such a rhythm with the products I use that like this is just getting neglected. And this magic cream is a day cream, I suppose, and people use it as like a pre-makeup type of moisturizer, like any day cream, I guess. It's very expensive. I had the little kit free from Sephora. It's a point perk thing. I don't know. I've looked up reviews about it. Some people really love it. Some people think it's like a little too much for what it is. Like it's way too expensive for like the results they get. It's just like a basic moisturizer, a really thick moisturizer. We'll see. It's never been used at all. It's brand spanking new. So it shouldn't take too long. It's so tiny. It should take maybe a couple uses at most. But that wraps this update up. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely consider liking and subscribing. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.